Just when you thought the Cleveland Browns quarterback situation here was a soap opera, in comes the final boss. We're going to be looking at Deshaun Watson, work through some drills, do some workouts. We're going to watch him test out Achilles and everything else. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at practices. We're looking at workouts. We're looking at game clips. On top of that, fantasy football content. It's all right here. It's free. Click that button. Stop missing out on what your players are doing behind the scenes. We're looking at Deshaun Watson today. We're looking at what he's doing on the field. We're going to loop this and keep talking about, look at him right there. That's the perfect stopping point. And we're going to talk about the Browns. Like, this is an addition that just really makes this a little bit more hairy here. What do you think they should be doing with Deshaun Watson? So I saw this post on Twitter, and I don't know who was the original of the video. Credit them, whoever it is. But this has been going around Twitter all day long. But here he is working on his feet. A lot of people are saying he's back. He's back this, he's back that. I'm going to say, from what we just saw there, incomplete. Incomplete as in, we don't know for sure, but it looks like he's improving a lot. It's just a small sample. There he is in the feet. Looking good, though. Looking solid. Looking solid for what we've seen here. So the thing here about the Browns and the quarterback situation, you got Joe Flacco right now as the starter. They're 0-1, but he didn't really look bad. It was a solid game, solid performance. We got a matchup here against the Ravens. We'll see how that goes. That defense has been lights out, and that's going to be one of the top defenses in the league. They could honestly sneak some wins. That's the thing about this team. Then right behind them, you got Dillon Gabriel, you got Shedeur Sanders, and then you got 2 first-round picks. And honestly, they don't know what they got in those 2 rookies. They had 4 quarterbacks at one time with Pickett there and divvying up the workload. They had a hard time with that. And now we're adding Deshaun Watson into the mix. They got that massive contract. They got to figure out what to do with him. They also got 2 firsts. Looking at the quarterback picture for the next year's draft, because they were there to see Arch Manning out of Ohio State. That's there. They got the ammo to go get a quarterback. Now you got Deshaun Watson. Now, if he's back middle of the year, good to go. Like, what are you doing with Shedeur and Dillon? Like, this would have to be a situation where Flacco's hurt or banged up, or they're losing so bad that they're just throwing him out there. But still, what are you doing with Gabriel and Shedeur? Like, both those quarterbacks have been battling. You spent a 3rd and 5th round picks on those quarterbacks. You got Deshaun Watson right there. Nobody's going to take on Deshaun Watson. PR plus salary. Like, nobody's going to take that on. Like, trade value wise, you're looking at the rookies. Like, you're going to take an L either way, because they're going to see the situation. You got 4 quarterbacks. You know you got to make a move one way or another. They're not going to just hand you over value. Like, they're going to hold you over a barrel. So you're going to take an L one way or another. You're not going to cut Flacco. Flacco's been looking solid. This is in a range of outcomes in the future that we just got to see what happens. It's a tough schedule coming up. They could be taking a bunch of L's coming up. But if you're taking a bunch of L's and your season's over with, shouldn't you be seeing what's up with the rookies and moving on to the draft? Or should you be seeing what's up with Deshaun Watson too, and then seeing if he's got any gusto left? That's the thing about this. He's not bad in the clips. His feet's working well. Everything else. Last year was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Look at him right there. Just look at him. Like, you got to see what you got in Shedeur. You got to see what you got in Dillon Gabriel. I wish they had more of a quarterback battle between the two in training camp. I wish there was more of a push for Shedeur with a little bit more reps with 1s and 2s. A little bit more so you can get an idea of what you're working with. Because you got some hard decisions to make. I think that's the one thing about all this. You got some hard decisions to make here. We're looking at the Browns quarterback battle. Because it's not just, we got 4 quarterbacks, it was 5. And now you're looking at whoever they want in the first round of the draft, they got ammo. And they're looking at that very hard. ESPN Cleveland has the quarterback tracker. Everything's coming out that they're looking at next year's class very hard. You got Watson. Feels like they're taking the mulligan on that. But they may see what he's got left too. What I believe and what I'm forecasting is Flacco is going to be better than advertised. But you're going to see the 3 quarterbacks. You're going to see Gabriel and Shedeur in there. I do not know if we're going to see Watson this year. I was not really planning on that. And I wasn't really thinking about it that much. I just don't think we're going to see it. But it could potentially happen because it is the Browns. And the Browns, though, you catch that defense against the Bengals. I think that defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. And all they have to do, not turn it over. Flacco makes a couple plays, which he can do, and they'll sneak it. They'll sneak it. That's the thing about Flacco. Flacco's sneaky. Flacco's sneaky. And you're looking at Shedeur Sanders here. I wish he was with a different team. There's a lot going on here. He showed a lot of promise in training camp. He earned more opportunity outside of that one preseason game. He's got a good preseason game under his belt. Mini camp, rookie camp, OTAs, training camp. There really hasn't been any tasks he failed. He just had that one preseason game, which you can really look at that and be like, well, offensive line this. Playing with 3s and 4s all the time. Like, there's a lot there to be explored. That's a mystery box. Like, you can say one thing or another, but I can't think you can argue saying, hey, you're going into the season with a mystery box there that should be explored. Like, that is right down the center. That's a mystery box. Like, you can argue one way or another, he should start this. He shouldn't be in the NFL. You can argue whatever you want on the either extremes. I think that's the fair right down the middle. Gabriel has looked good in preseason. He hasn't been spectacular in preseason, though. He's looked bad in a lot of practices, whether it's OTAs minicamp, whether it's training camp. He's had practices where he's looked bad, where he's looked worse than what Shedeur looked in that preseason game. He's had some bad practices. There's more to be explored with him. Deshaun Watson did not look great last year. He did not. You got to figure out what you're doing with these 3 here behind Flacco. Because you got 2 first-round picks. And you bring another quarterback into this mix when you already have one where you could have built around that quarterback with 2 first-round picks, 2 players. Having your quarterback and 2 players is a lot different than bringing in a young quarterback. Especially the first 2 weeks of the college football season, these quarterbacks have been up in the air, and the list keeps growing like it's a battle for that first-round quarterback spot. Deshaun Watson, though, fighting to come back. Let's see where he fits in all this. A lot of people are saying he's back. I'm saying I want to see more. I'm saying that the quarterback room here for the Cleveland Browns, very sus. It's a mystery box. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.